Hi, it's Mr. Ing. I just wanted to show you a few ways that you can use your oil pastels. So here's a quick video to help you get started.
The paper, oil pastels, and then this thing is called a blending stump. It's basically just paper that's wrapped up tight with a little point. You can use it to blend. I'll show you how to do that. So let's start with the basics of blending two colors together. I'm going to pick two random colors. I don't know, let's start with blue and green, okay? And then you can start by just putting a little color on one side and then a little bit of color right next to it. They're kind of like crayons, but you can feel that they're a different consistency, okay? And what I'm going to use is take my colorless blender, and then I'm going to kind of rub them together. And you can see how the colors are starting to mix, and you can kind of experiment with swirling around or going up and down or across. And you can also see how the oil pastel smooths out. Another way you can blend is by putting one color straight on top of another color. So I'm going to put some green down. Careful, these get used up pretty quickly, okay? And then I'm going to put my blue right on top of it. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blend. You can see how that green and blue are mixing in together. Now we're going to do, we're going to take it up a step. We're going to do something kind of like the sun picture on this box. We're going to get yellow and orange. We're not going to do the exact same, but we'll start by kind of doing a circle shape with our yellow and then fill that in. You don't have to color very dark. I would start kind of by not pressing too hard. This gets on the paper pretty quickly. Okay? And then I'm going to put just a teeny bit of orange on this side of my sun. Okay? And then once again, I'm going to use my colorless blender, find an empty side, and just gently smooth that out. And you can kind of see how that's mixing together. And you just kind of go over and over it again until it kind of smooths out. There we go. And then if you want this part darker, add a little more orange. So you can see how it gradually changes from orange to yellow. We're creating value. Okay, I'm gonna add my little triangles off the ends. I'm gonna leave room for some orange ones too, kind of like in this picture. And then maybe what I'll do is I'll mix a little bit of orange in with some of my yellow ones too. And once again, I'm gonna take my colorless blender, my blending stump, and I'm gonna smooth it out. I'm going to take my yellow, I'm going to go over some of my orange to lighten it up a little bit. I'm not going to add a face to it like in the box, but you can definitely do that if you want to. Just be careful when you're drawing lines. Those lines can get easily smeared in. If you don't want them to mix, then you have to do those very last. The last little drawing I want to show you is a pair of sunglasses. So first we're going to start by drawing two shapes here, kind of like rectangle boxes. I'm using my black. I'm going to curve them like a U shape, straight line on top, kind of U shape on the bottom. Yours doesn't have to be exactly the same shape as mine. And the same thing on this side, try to match them, make them close to even. Okay, after I do that, I'm going to kind of color the edges. Now we're going to add like a little bit of a rainbow kind of effect, like that reflection in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is get light green, yellow, and orange. We're going to blend some of those together in the middle. Start with some yellow since that's the lightest. When you mix colors, it's best to start with the lighter color on the bottom, but it's going to be tricky because we're near the black. You may accidentally get some of your black mixed in, so try to be careful with that. We don't want to get too much black mixed into the middle because that'll kind of muddy our colors, right? All right, and then maybe a little bit of green on the edges. And orange. Okay, what I want to do is take my blender and smooth out some of these colors, and then after I smooth it out I can see if I need to mix more of a different color in. You can do this with other colors too, you don't have to use the exact same colors that I'm using. If I get a little black in there, that's fine. Kind of adds to the effect, but I don't want it to turn all gray either. There we go. Maybe add a little bit more yellow in there. And this is just more for you guys to experiment how you can mix some different colors. What happens when you mix two colors together? I'm going to add just a teeny bit of white for some highlight effect in the middle there, and then I'm going to take my stump, kind of blend that together just a little bit. You can also, if you need something to blend with, you guys have had me in class and used oil pastels before, you know sometimes I'll have you use a paper towel, or even if you're more comfortable blending with your finger, that's perfectly fine. And there you have it. Now go use the oil pastels and create a project of your own.